Our next presentation is from the city of Lancaster. I personally have been a business owner on Lancaster Boulevard since 2007. So I have been one person that has seen the transformation. Now to introduce the mayor behind the transformation, RX Paris.
We're going to be telling you some great things that are going to be happening in the next year, in the next 2 years. And I want you to keep in mind that it is truly magnificent what is about to occur, and none of it would have occurred without Mike Antonovich. None of it. It was his connections, it was his will, it was his vast experience that he absolutely turned over to us and guided us every step of the way. And when you leave here today and you drive through this city, take a good look, because it will never look that way again. Because what is coming is going to transform this city into something truly magnificent. You know, every now and then in life, you find yourself in a spot where everything comes together and the wave starts to build and you catch that wave. And that's where you are right now. You are sitting in a place, all you have to do is get on that board and swim out a little way, because a wave is coming that is going to give us a ride we couldn't have dreamed of 10 years ago. Everything came together. This council that I'm able to work with is truly superb. They look for ways to say yes. The other day I read a story or a saying that people really divide into two categories. There are people who look for ways to say yes, knowing that that is where the adventure begins. And there are people who look for ways to say no, because they know that's where safety lies. If you're looking for safety, you've come to the wrong place, because the adventure is really about to begin. This was accomplished not because of anything I did, not because of anything the council did. What we have done in this city is we have looked for people who are willing to lead, and lead for one purpose, and that is to make a community that will thrive. 3 of those people will be speaking to you today about just some of the things that are about to happen. I can tell you that right now, we are in negotiations of $500 million of investment that will come in to the city of Lancaster. And not just the city of Lancaster. Stu will tell you that some of the things don't fit for Lancaster. And so we're talking to Mojave, because what Stu has created out at that Mojave airport is a world changer in so many ways. And it's the understanding that this is the Antelope Valley, and what affects one of us affects all of us. And without going into any further explanation, I would like to introduce one of those people who has been a game changer in how this city is being created, and that's Kitty Zito.
5 years ago, the city of Lancaster decided to take on the world stage. This was a choice. We could have chosen to continue to be a small desert community. We could have chosen to be an average city. We could have chosen to be mediocre, but we didn't. We chose to step out of our comfort zone, play in the big league, and contend in the alternative energy arena. 5 years ago, being the alternative energy capital of the world was just a dream. Today, we are the alternative energy capital of the world. And how do we know we are? We're signing agreements with cities in China that will erase our unemployment problem. We are meeting with multiple Chinese companies to attract them to invest in Lancaster to create jobs locally. And we're not just confined with the borders of Lancaster, as Mayor Harris mentioned. We're talking to Mojave. We're introducing these companies to Mojave, because we know that any growth in the Antelope Valley means growth in the city of Lancaster. We're also nationally recognized. The EPA has named us the most sustainable city in the country. That means we beat out San Francisco, Los Angeles, Chicago. We're also recognized nationally. Last year, Councilman Mann flew to Vienna to accept the International Energy Globe Award. We were competing against 14 countries, and we took home first place in 1 out of 5 categories for our advancements in solar energy. Last January, we went to Dubai, and we were presenters at the World Energy Summit. One of the reasons we went there was to expand our network of cities that share our vision in becoming a net zero city. And the concept of a net zero city is that we generate more energy just from the sun than what we can consume. And what we do is we sell the energy to other cities. And the way we do that is by attracting companies such as eSolar, Solar Ranch One, and they're all here in Lancaster. 2 years ago, we were at the World Economic Forum. We were at the center stage of it. Hundreds of investors have never heard of the city of Lancaster, didn't even know where we were. And the mayor was talking about the KB-BYD home, which was the first of its kind in the world. It was a partnership between KB Homes and BYD, which is a car manufacturing company in China, and they also produce solar batteries. And we partnered them up to build the world's first affordable single-family home that had solar technology as a standard feature. And it was a 1,500 square foot home. The cost was around $200,000. So it was the first of its kind, and we were able to showcase that. That's just a small tidbit of what we've done so far in the last 5 years in Lancaster. The economy is rebounding, and the city of Lancaster is ready to ride the wave. We're ready to soar. I can go on and tell you more about what we've done internationally, but I want to introduce Deputy Mayor Cassandra Harvey, who will tell you what we've done locally to thrive as a community, and it's what we've done locally to get to where we are internationally.
Good morning. It's true, the city of Lancaster has been successful, and that's certainly not by happenstance. That's because we have engaged our citizens to create functional, diverse commissions. Not all cities do this. We've commissioned talented citizens from various aspects and segments of the city that bring a varying expertise. Some of those include the Architecture Design Commission, the Criminal Justice Commission, the Planning, Tapestry Commission. And what we've done, me personally having served on 2 of those commissions, is giving me invaluable experience in what it takes to further develop this community. Community service, that's what it's all about. It's about understanding the people you're serving with. I've worked many years in the military defense industry, and it's given me a special appreciation of the intricacies involved in getting a tough job done, while at the same time mending and tending to the sensitive issues. Some cities say, we don't do that. We don't get healthcare issues or health issues or social issues. It's not our concern. Yeah, that's what I thought too. In the city of Lancaster, we're much different than that. We tackle all of those issues that other communities are afraid to get involved in. We're strategic, not tactical. We're different, and we embrace it. As a result, we've been very successful. The Boulevard Transformation Projects, a multitude of expansion projects, small businesses increasing and multiplying in this community while other cities around the world and corporations are caving under the same economic pressure. What we've done in the city of Lancaster is we have created that formula to succeed. By empowering our citizens and giving them ownership in what we do, that's getting us to that next level. Example, Morton Manufacturing. They're a well-established manufacturing industry. And they're going to be bringing about 300 plus jobs to the Antelope Valley, to Lancaster. It doesn't end there. Make no mistake. Success begets success. First, Morton Manufacturing. Then we bring along innovative coatings technology. They're a state-of-the-art coatings company that is actually expanding. Breaking news. You're hearing it here first. What better place to make this announcement than the Antelope Valley Board of Trade Conference? Incotec is bringing 50 additional jobs to the Antelope Valley, to Lancaster. In addition to the 160 jobs that are already existing, they're bringing 50 more. So I'd like to recognize, while we're talking on that subject, we have with us today Robert Briley. He is the CEO of Incotec. And we also have with us today from Morton Manufacturing, the COO, Dale Ray. And I don't believe she was able to join us today, but the chairman and CEO, Yolanda Moore, was not able to join us, but I'd like to extend a round of applause for her as well. I'd like to just say a personal thank you on behalf of the city of Lancaster for bringing those jobs to our area. We're humble, and we would like to say thank you for being a real asset in our community. So going back to what Mr. Antonovich mentioned a little bit ago, he talked about some of the other medical issues or medical care facilities that we're bringing. One of which we just broke ground on earlier this month was the Kaiser Permanente Medical Center. These are additional opportunities that are being brought into our city, additional jobs. The city of Lancaster, the Antelope Valley, this time next year, based on the projects you see on the screen, will be a much healthier community. But education is where it really, truly lies. It's what our community has concentrated on, what we've prepared for, because let's face it, everyone in this room knows that a great city has to have a great education base. Anybody disagree with that? I wouldn't think so, right? How many of you in the room have heard of Harvard-Westlake? I see a few of you have. There you go, a few of you have. For those that you have not heard, they're considered a premier high school for Southern California. What you may not know is our local SOAR High School scores higher than Harvard-Westlake, all without the $32,000 tuition price tag. Let me repeat that. All without the $32,000 tuition price tag. Right. Harvard-Westlake, as a score, is not in the top 10. Our local SOAR High School is in the top 10, not in Southern California high schools, but in all of the high schools in the state of California. SOAR High School is ranked repeatedly, year after year, in the top 10. Yeah, that deserves a round of applause, it really does. But here to share more about the successes of SOAR High School, to do it justice, is its co-founder and principal, Mr. Michael Dutton.
Good morning. Can you hear me? Good, mic works. Well, a number of you have heard about SOAR High School, and I want to extend my appreciation for you having heard about us. I also want to extend my appreciation to a number of people that are in the audience. We have, I think, some board members from the college, Mike Adams. And is Jack Cephas here? I heard he might be. We also have some board members from the Antelope Valley Union High School District, Ms. Jill McCready and Danita Wynn. In addition to that, we have Ms. Barbara Willebrandt. And without these people, SOAR wouldn't exist because it was born out of a cooperative agreement between the high school district and the college. Several years ago, the California Community College Foundation came to our area with some data that was not too good to hear, and that was the fact that we weren't sending a representative percentage of our students to four-year colleges and universities. And because of that, there had been some benefactors that were willing to invest in our area, and so from Ford, Kellogg, Carnegie, and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, we were funded to begin an early college high school program. I'm not sure if everybody understands what an early college high school program is. It's basically a program where students go to high school and college simultaneously and have the opportunity to earn a four-year degree within 4 years. Excuse me, a two-year college degree within 4 years of high school. Before I get into a little more detail about SOAR, I want to share with you a couple of phrases that are referred to by our students as Duttonisms, but there are some phrases that we've heard. Failure is not an option. This is something I like to instill in the students as we do what we do each day. When the good Lord serves up lemons, make lemonade. It's important to have that quality. And Mrs. Speaks often smiles when I say, we really don't have any problems. We have opportunities for solutions. And that's the way we kind of live our days at SOAR, because I believe very strongly in those phrases. It's important to have a positive outlook upon things, which is probably born out of my story, if you will, which I'll make very brief. Poor kid, moved to California. Stepfather was a welder. Pennsylvania was having steel strikes. Bethlehem, U.S., and Pittsburgh Steel were all on strike. The economy sent us to California. My stepdad worked very hard every day and toiled. My mother cleaned houses. And to make the long story short, my driving force was probably my mother, although my dad would never teach me how to weld, and I always wanted to. But they insisted that I go to college. My mother graduated from high school after I did, and she graduated from college before I started. I took a little time out for Vietnam. So that's my story. Everybody has one, and we're all here in California, most of us from someplace else, to do something new and different, to embark upon a new frontier. We have some young people from SOAR in the audience that I want to introduce to you, because they are also embarking upon a new frontier, and they are worthy of notice, mention, and introduction. Gladys Hilo. Julian Pena. And Esther Maddox. These three students are students from SOAR who will be graduating this year, all three with an AA degree, and all three with a Quest-Briggs scholarship to send them to a four-year college or university of their choice. They have chosen Stanford, Stanford, and Princeton. Now, I want to kind of finish up, and because I know time is quick here and everybody has to speak quickly, I want to finish up with a surprise from yesterday. Yesterday we had a surprise. The night before last, I got a phone call. Mike, I need you to, meet the mayor about 10 o'clock tomorrow. Okay. Actually, it was 11 o'clock. And I did. And what the mayor was addressing this morning a little bit earlier is so true. I had the opportunity to meet a delegation from China that came to SOAR and spent some time with us. We went to a number of classrooms, and they got a chance to go into a freshman biology class. And we were doing what it is that we do at SOAR. I'm sort of, I don't know, hesitant to acknowledge the things that we do, but our students were in the biology class working on some DNA and extracting some molecules so that they could learn how to make penicillin, I believe it was. And that was impressive to me and impressive to our visitors from China, but we want our students to be able to do many things in their lives. We have to prepare them to compete in a world that we really don't know a whole lot about, but we're planning for. And I want these young people to be catapulted out into the world, able to compete against the largest English-speaking country in the world, which is China, to compete with a country whose gifted population is larger than our entire children population in America, in India, and to be able to go out and be very competitive, and also to come back and be the leaders of our communities and to work in the communities. All of our students do community service. Many of them have some internships at Northrop Grumman and other places in the community, and we are out there doing what it is that we can do for our community, and also to be able to extend the knowledge and the preparation that they get at SOAR. From the high school district and the Antelope Valley College, we have to be very grateful and at the same time recognize the strength and the power that our students are taking with them from our community. Thank you.